All right, guys, let's talk about it. The 2025 Volvo XC90 is here, and we're gonna go over all the major changes they made to it. And starting up front with the design, it's all new, and they did a really good job with it. I'm gonna start with the front grille and kind of work our way out. It's way more modern. They took that accent, line, that signature line that'll go across the Volvo logo, but they morphed it into a design that integrates the entire grille structure. So there's kind of rakes coming in from this side, and then it transitions to the opposite side. Looks really cool, very modern. I'm honestly a really big fan of it, and I think it's really tasteful for kind of the next generation of XC90s. Now you still get the integrated camera up front. This is a sensor as well that's heated to make sure like ice doesn't build up, which is really cool. And if you come down lower, there's some functional vents here, some nice chrome accents with integrated parking sensors. And then going on to the LED lights, probably my favorite update for the front styling is this new LED daytime running light, that Thor's hammer that they've integrated with some projector beams on the bottom as well as the top. It's very sleek. It's a nice blacked out housing, which I really like to see. And yeah, I really think it complements the overall design really nicely. Now let's come along the side here. Look at what they did with the side. Look at the wheels specifically. These are new 22-inch wheels with like a black and a machine finish setup going. They look really nice. And these tires, they measure 275/35 R22. So in case you're wondering what that setup is like. Paint matched over fenders, which is really nice. So these over fenders here are paint matched, very classy, very tasteful. And then this one, it's retained continuing forward, which I'm really happy to see, is a plug-in hybrid. Charge port up front here. This one we're looking at is the T8. And as far as the powertrain figures, guys, that's gonna be the same. It's not changed from the prior generation to this. So the T8 and the other powertrains are gonna be moving forward. And I'll try to overlay those so you guys can get a quick look at those numbers. Looking at the side profile, guys, taking it all in here, they still have the chrome accents on the window surrounds, chrome on the roof rails, paint matched on the mirror caps, which is really nice as well. And then you still got your keyless entry and go integrated into the door handle, which is really nice. Let's keep going, guys, because they did make some more changes in the back. Starting with the taillights, guys, fully blacked out, new design, LED, of course, and it looks more, I feel like, modern. It really nicely integrates into the rear windshield, which is really nice. And then you get your badging, obviously, your XC90 in chrome over here, that model designation, the Volvo lettering, as we expect to see, and then your powertrain setup. What we have here is a T8 plug-in hybrid all-wheel drive. Now, with the major design part of it out of the way, let's hop inside and see what you get in the new XC90. All right, guys, so inside, first thing I want to point out are these leather seats. These are heated, has nice stitching work in here. And I mean, it's not significantly different than the prior XC90, which I think is not a bad thing. They look really good, they're comfortable, and you will be able to get ventilation, but on a different seating material, not on these. So you want to point that out. Materials have been updated on the dash. This nice fabric material, which is new, open pore wood, which is great. And then you get to kind of the big tech update, which is an 11.2-inch touchscreen that has Volvo's latest software. It's got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, built-in Google, and then your AC controls are integrated in here as you can see by this menu. So you can tap here. You got your heated steering wheel, heated seats, and then your climate controls if you want to control that, as well as all your settings. So it is larger. You can see kind of it does kind of protrude a bit. You have your vents to the left and to the right of it. And then down here, you have physical buttons for your volume, your track, and then a wireless charger is nice and placed over here. Easy to access, which I think is a big plus, and it fits larger phones. I'll show you guys my phone for context right here. Fits it and wirelessly charges, which is really nice. Now going to the center console portion, they kept the crystal gear selector, which is nice. I think it's a very classy touch that Volvo has kept going forward. And then you have your cup holder, which they have updated. You get what looks like a phone slot over here. It's probably what I would use it for. And then this 2+1 cup holder setup. So it's kind of two larger cup holders and then a tiny cup holder here. So you have something smaller, like a little can. You can use that there, which is interesting. They're trying to get you more versatility out of this cup holder setup. And then you obviously your ignition starts over here, parking brake, and then going to the center console. It is pretty deep. It's not super deep because you do have obviously components underneath here. And then you do get a 12-volt and then USB-C ports here, one for data and charging, one for just charging. So those are the biggest updates. I mean, nice leather materials. I feel like Volvo does a really good job with that. But let's hop onto the driver's side and see what you get from my perspective. All right, so on my side, the first thing I want to show you guys is the door. The materials are updated. They do look really nice with this new leather colorway, the wood treatment, and the Bowers and Wilkins speaker grills, which Volvo's implementation of their sound system is top tier. It sounds really good in here, and that's continuing forward. But aside from that, guys, let's look at the steering wheel, guys. It's pretty much the same as the prior year. Not many significant updates here. They're still heated, leather wrapped, and you get your controls here, which are physical. They're not like haptic or anything like that, which I can appreciate. And then you get a nice large digital gauge cluster display. And then on top of that, you have your heads up display. So those are the biggest things. On the side here, you do see a nice little storage cubby, which is pretty deep, you know, fit some stuff there if you'd like. And then you have your charge port, your fuel cap door here, and then your trunk opening right there. Let's hop on the second row and see what's in there. So in the second row, guys, not many significant feature updates per se. They've kept a lot of it. Obviously, you still get that leather treatment that we've been seeing up front, carried over in the back. They're not really like, I feel like, removing much content, so people back here get a very comfortable and luxurious experience with the same stitching work. These outboard seats are also heated, which is nice. And then it still has, which probably my favorite feature, is the booster seat in the middle, guys. Lift this pad here, lock it in place, and kids can enjoy just a built-in booster seat experience, which is great. But if you don't want that, you still get armrests here with cup holders, which is nice. And then you can fold that in if you don't want and lock that in place. All three of these seats individually, they slide and they also recline. So if I just bring this over here, you can recline it a bit, which is nice. So you get that nice little versatility. People who maybe want to give more legroom to the third row, which we'll show you in a bit, they can do that. But back here, you get good amount of space to tuck your feet in underneath, really good headroom, and up top is that panoramic sunroof that is opening. It's not fixed glass. If you guys see the EX90, that's a fixed glass roof. This one is opening, which is nice, and is tinted, so it will prevent heat from getting inside. Now, what do they get as far as amenities go? They have AC controls built in here, those heated seat controls, and then USB-C ports down here. And then on the door, you still get nice sunshades, which the kids will appreciate. And something I want to mention about the, kids and AC controls, they have high up AC controls, so parents can appreciate that it'll be pointing at the kid. Even over here, it'll be pointing at them. It's not like that's super low that'll never really get to the person sitting here. They bring it high up so it actually directs air to you. I feel like some other vehicles kind of missed the mark on that, but Volvo, I feel like, did a good job of making sure that they address that. And that hasn't changed. That's just continuing going forward. Let's hop on the third row real quick. Let me show you how to actually move these seats. So to bring it forward, there's a latch here. You just lift it and push it forward. I'll have you do the same thing on your end. You can pull that. There you go. Awesome. And then this one also has the ability to, you pull this tab here and you can bring it flat if you'd like, or slide it forward. We're not going to do that here. I'm just going to hop in real quick and show you what you get back here. So I'm 5'8" for context, and I can tuck my feet in under here, and there's a little bit of knee room, but the seats are really comfortable because they are that same material that we saw in the first and second row. Over here, you do get a built-in cup holder. You do get storage built into the armrest, which is really clever and creative. And then check this out. On the seatbelt, right here, there's a little hook. So if you want the seatbelt to be out of the way while you're bringing up and down the third row, that kind of retains it. Volvo's kept that. It's not new, but I want to point it out because I think it's a very clever feature. Aside from that, guys, there aren't USB-C ports back here, but you do get AC vents, which is nice for the third passenger, so they're not, either getting really cold or really hot back here. And there's a nice little storage cubby here. So if you guys do recall, that's not significantly different from the previous model year, but it's still great to see in 2025. Let's talk about trunk space though and see what that's like. All right, guys, so opening up the rear tailgate opens up pretty quickly, which is nice. And then I'm gonna actually fold these seats flat. I already did it to the second row, so we'll just bring these seats. They're manually nice. They, you don't have to worry about any motors taking their time or doing anything. It's just physical latches. You just unlatch and they fold flat, and you get a good amount of space back here. That's not really changed as far as the numbers go compared to the previous model year. But what's cool is this little divider here. You lift this up here, it kind of locks in place, and you get a physical divider. So if you want to divide, put some stuff in the front, some stuff behind, there's also the strap here, which will, what's it called? hold things in place, which is great. And then you get these little hooks. So you can use these however you like. They just kind of add this versatility to make the most out of this storage space. You still get little bag hooks here that are rated to like 5 kilograms, which is cool. That's a nice touch. And then if we actually switch sides here, look at these buttons. Oh, actually, we'll switch here. Where you get, because it has air suspension, you can raise and lower the vehicle, making it easy to load items in. So it's nice that there is no like really like aggressive lip here. So you can just take suitcases out, boxes in and out. They slide nicely, but if you want to load items in, you can lower the vehicle. It also is helpful because this has, I'll actually tuck it in here. So I just press the button. You can tuck it in place, that tow receiver, and then you press the same button, and then it will bring it out, and then you just lock it in place, and you're good to go. You can tow stuff if you'd like, which is nice. So still a good amount of practicality, nice flat load space with all second and third row seats flat, which is great. And then I'm really happy to see that divider. It adds some versatility. But underneath that, you get some more storage space, and this one has a place for your charger. So to charge up that battery if you want to. If not, there's options in the settings to use the engine to charge up your battery like we've seen in the past. So that's great to see. So to wrap it up, all I know right now as far as pricing goes is that the base starting price will be around $60,000. It'll go up from there. So what we're looking at here is fully loaded, but I don't have the pricing details on that. If you have any questions about this vehicle, drop them in the comment section. If you enjoyed it, smash that like button and subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.